redandblack.com.
Shortly, but we have one more special guest for you, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Joel Atwill. He's a 27-year-old stand-up comedian from Atlanta, Georgia. He graduated from UGA's Terry College of Business in 2004. He can be found at joelatwill.com. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Joel Atwill.
I was kind of hoping for a bigger stage. But this will do. Ma'am, what's your name? Jesse. All right, if everyone could pass their homework to Jesse. Oh, so stupid. I was watching TV this afternoon, and every time I watch daytime TV, there's only one thought that goes through my mind. And that thought is, man, I should be working. Just once, I'd love to see Family Feud live up to its name. Family Feud. Show's way too nice. Because every time you get a bad answer, the family's like, oh, great answer, great answer. You know, I'd love to see, all right, something you buy at the mall. Something you buy at the mall. Milk? Really, Glenn? You went with milk? You know what? How about you and Nancy just not come on the beach trip this year? Really sick of this. I used to work in a corporate office, and in that office there were motivational posters. You all know what these are. You know, it's like success, goal, achievement, and has an illustration. But my question is, how are these supposed to motivate us? You know, is there a guy, it's like 3 p.m., gets up out of his chair, goes to his wall, and he's like, you know what? If that dolphin can jump out of the ocean like that, I can take care of these expense reports today. The Georgia Lottery has a brand new slogan. I saw it on TV. Today could be the day. They left out two very important words. Probably not. Whenever you watch TV, you see these hair restoration commercials from like Rogaine and Bosley. And when I see these, it makes me glad that I have hair because according to these commercials and according to these companies, if you don't have hair in this life, you can't swim, you can't ride a bike, no more tennis, absolutely no convertibles. You know, I used to play tennis, and then when I was about 37, I started going bald, and I just can't play anymore. I don't know about you guys, but on a clear night, I love looking at the sky. And I look at the moon and the stars, and I just can't grasp it. I can't. And it frustrates me. I can't grasp the concept of the universe. Nobody can. But I look at the moon and I ask myself two questions. One, how did we get guys to that moon? Seriously, that's amazing. How did that happen? And two, how did we get those very average tasting moon pies all the way down here to Earth? Very philosophical there. You always hear people say, oh, that thought, it just escaped my mind. Well, when I hear that, I think, are these thoughts that escaped pumped? Are they excited to get away? Are they like, yeah, I didn't get said. Is anyone here from West Virginia? Nice. West Virginia gets made fun of a lot, but I think it's a beautiful state. That's irrelevant right here. I think it's the most unfairly named state in the country. You know, they've got to be thinking, you know, why does Virginia get to be Virginia? Why are they not East Virginia? There's no Carolina or Dakota. They say the early bird gets the worm. I say, I don't care. I don't care about the general feeding habits of the bird population. What does the early human get? I'll tell you. The early human gets a slap in the face from the alarm clock in the morning, which reminds them how awesome sleeping is. I think the alarm clock is really the only item we have today that gets punished for doing its job. Really? 5 a.m. again? Can you please stop working the alarm clock? Has anyone here received their apology letter from the state of Illinois? I haven't either. I'm waiting for it, and I hope it goes something like this. Dear population of Earth, we are really sorry about REO Speedwagon. Whoa! They're from Illinois. All right, the state jokes just didn't really go over tonight. I think Linens and Things is a very vaguely named store. It's not what I would have chosen. I'd love to walk in and be like, excuse me, do you have shark nets? Excuse me? Shark nets? Yeah, it's a thing, right? Thought I'd give it a try. I get claustrophobic sometimes. So I'm really glad I'm not a canned vegetable. I love amusement parks, but there's one thing I don't get about amusement parks. It's the carnival games. To me, it's a classic lose-lose situation. Let me explain. You go to an amusement park, you play a carnival game like ring toss. You play, and you lose. You're like, I lost. I wasted money. Let's say you play that same ring toss game, and you win. You're like, now I get to carry this giant stuffed animal around the park. Awesome. You always hear you are what you eat. I guess we've all been eating a lot of humans. Dippin' Dots. Dippin' Dots is the self-proclaimed ice cream of the future. How do they know? Shouldn't it just be another choice in ice cream today, right there? There it is. All right, one more. Not yet. I love music. We're all here because we love music. It's great. I think it's the best thing on earth. And bands write love songs all the time, since day one. And so I got to thinking, how does that convert into comedy? How do stand-up comedians write a love joke? You know, you have love songs, love joke. So I tried one, and here it is. I met this girl one time, and we started hanging out, and it was incredible. We did everything together. She had an unbelievable sense of humor, unbelievable taste in music. We just drove around and explored random cities. We could finish each other's sentences. I would look into her eyes and I could see in her. And when I saw in her, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I don't know, I guess I would just love to tell her that. Not. Love joke, get it? Thank you very much.
Joel Atwill, ladies and gentlemen.